So you're interested in roller derby. For you to better enjoy a bout, here are the rules. We play flat track roller derby on an oval-shaped flat track. We skate that way. Like football, play happens in increments. We make a play, then stop and reset. Make a play, then stop and reset. Each play is called a jam. Unlike football, both teams are on offense at the same time. We don't have a ball. What we do have is a skater wearing a star on her helmet. She is the jammer and she scores the points. Here's how it works. 4 blockers from each team make up the pack. They start in front of the jam line. The jammers start behind the jam line, and the jam starts when an official blows a whistle. Jammers have to maneuver their way through the pack. The blockers are playing offense and defense the whole time, trying to hold the other jammer back and help their own jammer get through. After a point, blockers can't chase a jammer anymore because the blockers have to stay with the pack. There can't be more than 10 feet between teams. The jammers come around again and will get 1 point for every person on the other team that they lap. The jam ends with another whistle from an official. At the end of the jam, points are awarded, and a new jammer and a new group of blockers rush to line up at the jam line. One blocker wears a striped cap. She is the pivot. If a jammer becomes exhausted or trapped, she can hand the star to the pivot, and the pivot becomes the new jammer. Roller derby strategy focuses on 2 main things, and let me tell you, they aren't punching and tripping. Throwing elbows, clotheslining, and slamming people in the back are all against the rules. Those aren't about strength or strategy and are just going to get someone hurt. We all want to play together for as long as possible. If a player breaks a rule on accident, they get sent to the box for a 30-second penalty. If it happens on purpose, likely they'll be expelled from the game. Key strategy piece number 1 is calling off the jam. Each jam can go up for 2 minutes. At some point, though, both jammers are going around and around and going back and forth, putting up 4 points apiece, and no real advantage is being gained. If we wanted to see that, we'd watch basketball, am I right? Here's the key. The first jammer to break out of the pack is called the lead jammer. She can call off the jam whenever she wants by tapping her hips twice. She wants to get as many points as she can while guaranteeing that the other jammer gets none. She might get all the way around once or twice and call it before the other jammer gets to the back of the pack again. If the other jammer gets out hot on her heels, she'll likely call it right away. It's not a good gamble, and it's safer to call it off and start a new jam. Key strategy 2 involves one simple rule. A skater can't gain advantage by going out of bounds. If the penny pivot hits the dime jammer out of bounds, the dime jammer can't re-enter in front of the penny pivot. The dime jammer must enter behind the penny pivot. This is true even if the penny pivot knocks the dime jammer out of bounds and then moves all the way to the back of the pack. The dime jammer must still come in behind her. Here are some fun roller derby things to watch for. A power jam. A power jam is when one jammer is sent to the box and the other jammer has 30 glorious seconds to score as many points as she can without a rival. Also look for an apex jump. An apex jump is when a player leaps over the inside curve of the track. It's not the easiest way to get from the back of the pack to the front, but when it works, it's fast, effective, and very awesome. Are you excited for roller derby yet? We'll see you at the hangar.